7 we need to look at the multiplication by complex numbers, and if we have a look at multiplying for complex numbers, what you're going to notice here is that you're multiplying across brackets, just like if you have two linear expressions like 2 plus 3, 2x plus 3 or something times x plus 4, you multiply all the different terms with each other. So that's what happens when you're multiplying complex numbers. It's a good idea usually to use brackets so that you can see what's going on, and also to make use of the really important result, which is that, and you have to remember that I squared equals -1. Okay, that's a really key result you're going to use for simplifying in your multiplication. So we'll get started. Let's look at the first one here. We're going to multiply, we've got 2 plus 3i, and we're going to multiply that by 1 minus 5i. So what you want to do is just use your knowledge of multiplying across brackets. Okay, so the first term multiplies with the second bracket. Okay, so 2 and then minus 10i. Okay, and then taking your expression and multiplying, okay, your second term with your bracket as well. So we've got plus 3i minus 15i squared. Okay, let's change my colour back. So we've now got, what you want to do here is group the similar things, so the i's can be grouped together. The other thing we're going to do is replace the I squared here with a -1. So I'm just going to group the i's together. -10 plus 3 is -7i. And minus 5, that I squared I'm rewriting with a -1. So what I can do then is see that I've got -15 and a negative. This will become plus 15. So therefore, what we've found is for that first question, 2 plus 3i and 1 minus 5i multiplied together, you have 2 plus 15, put your real parts together, minus 7i. Okay, so you've put the real parts and the imaginary parts together. Works the same way with b. We've got 3i out the front of 5 minus 2i. Again, we're just going to take that thing that's out the front and multiply it through. So we're going to have 3 times 5, which is 15i, minus 2 times 3, which is 6. And you've got two i's here, so this will become an I squared. So remember that with this you want to replace your I squared with a -1. So we're going to have 15i minus 6 times -1, which equals 15i plus 6. So therefore for that question, 3i outside of 5 minus 2i, our answer is 6 plus 15i. You should really put these so that your imaginary part is always second. Okay, it's just the convention for these, how we write them. And the last one we're going to look at is a nice quick one, which is C, and it's I cubed. Now you might think there's not much you can do with that. What you want to think is, how many lots of I squared are there hidden inside this power of I? Okay, I cubed is the same as I times I times I, and you know that two i's together like that would be I squared times I. So replacing your I squared, remember that I squared is -1, would be -1 times I. Therefore, we know that I cubed is equal to -I. So using this result here to try and simplify when you're multiplying is really important, and also making sure that you multiply properly across your brackets so that you're not missing any terms.